After such an emotional victory in the Western Final, it's hard for the Ramblers and their fans to just put this one on the shelf and pretend that it's all over. But as they relish the moment, they're still preparing to battle for a state championship. So they'll keep enjoying the win over Woodland Hills. At the same time, they'll try to be ready for Saturday.
We're going to Hershey, baby! We're going to Disneyland!
Come on, we got to keep it going now. That's it, man.
I think we can beat them, but it's going to take everything we got. You know, they're a big team. They're strong. They're fast. You know, they're the #3 team in the nation, and you know we're going to have to play our best game to beat them.
There's no secret about what Central Bucks West does well. They pound the football right down your throat. The Ramblers are hoping to counter that approach.
Coach Moore said today, it's not the game Saturday. It's what we do from Monday to Friday that will determine the outcome of that game. And the focus is, I think, has increased a lot, and we have to step it up for this game.
Of course, we'll follow the Ramblers all the way to Hershey. To high school basketball from last night. The
56 games left.
That 44-game win streak, and that prompted Bucks coach Mike Patine to say that most of his players have championship rings and jackets, so it's hard for them to keep an edge. The Ramblers will take any edge they can get as they hope to finish out a season that's been one of the most memorable. Chris Hughes has more.
Throughout the course of the season, local observers have debated whether Cathedral Prep is the best team this area has ever seen. But despite their last 3 opponents' combined 35-1 record, there are still doubters as the Ramblers prepare to face Central Bucks West in Saturday's state final game.
We've had an equal number of people saying that we're just not that good of a team. We haven't been tested, and you know, I'm not going to say we put all of them to rest, all those rumors to rest with a win over Woodland Hills, but I think it went a long way to show how much heart this team has.
We've been together for 2 years now as a team, and we've been through hard losses and amazing wins like last Friday. It means the world to us and the school.
This means a lot to me. It means a lot to all the seniors on the team because we work real hard during the year to get to this point right now. So it's going to mean a lot to me. So hopefully we can get the win and make it something really nice.
Since the PIAA adopted a state playoff system in 1988, the 1991 Strong Vincent Colonels are the only Erie team to win a state title. They did, however, lose to Prep during the regular season. And win or lose on Saturday, this edition of the Ramblers will certainly go down in history. Chris Hughes, Newswatch 35 Sports.
And as we've told you,
the distance on the season, the Bucks have outscored their opponents 445-69. And to be honest, their fans are expecting a blowout in Saturday's game. They believe the real state championship was won this past weekend.
What worries me, a lot of our fans are just thinking, well, you know, fate is there. You got by your big test. Next week is just a mop-up. And, you know, like storybook endings, life isn't like that. So, you know, we're going to have to go out there and make it happen. And Erie Cathedral Prep is certainly stronger on film than the last couple teams we've faced.
I think it was really a big step that we took Saturday doing that, but we really can't look at that as, oh, well, we did it once, we can do it again. We just got to go out and beat them right off the first snap. So.
It's time now to meet this week's Toyota Star Athlete of the Week. Without much surprise, Cathedral Prep's game breaker is the man in the spotlight.
Good snap. There's the punt. Line drive. Hinkle's going to try and get it on one bounce at the 47-yard line. Cuts it upfield. Coming to the left on midfield. Eddie Hinkle's going to go all the way. Eddie Hinkle's going to go all the way. Nothing new for Ramblers fans. Eddie Hinkle goes 47-yard line. That's why he was in Sports Illustrated, Jim Marnella.
This week's Toyota Star had an unbelievable game in the PIAA Western Final versus Woodland Hills. Cathedral Prep's Ed Hinkle put on a show that allowed his team to advance to the state championship game.
I can't describe how good this weekend felt. It was unbelievable.
Hinkle not only had a punt return for a touchdown, but he had 2 key plays in the final drive, including the game winner. that would allow Prep to claim the win by the final score of 27-23.
Hinkle in motion. Carlson's rolling to his right. He's getting pressure from the backside. He's looking. He looks in the end zone. He's got a player. He's got a player for a touchdown. And outside Eric Carlson. Eric Carlson on the 17.
Throw it!
Early on in the game, the first half, I, dropped the ball in the end zone and dropped the interception. But, I felt at halftime, Tip Dance came up to me and said, don't worry about it. We got to win the second half. And, just came out, and I thought about that the whole second half, what he said to me, and it meant a lot, and I think that's what kept me going.
Ed Hinkle of Cathedral Prep, this week's Toyota Star Athlete of the Week.
Gannon basketball.
For basketball, now for football. For the first time this afternoon, the Ramblers, as we told you, left this morning in an attempt to knock down the two-time reigning defending state champions in Central Bucks West. Of course, student support for the 9th best team in the United States, Cathedral Prep, as expected, is overwhelming, and it's not lost on the team.
I hope we're partying Saturday night, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. And again, I think our kids are well prepared. We had a real good week of practice. If the rain holds off down there, I think we're going to get these guys everything they can handle.
All our students are with us right now, and we know that when we go out there, we're going to go play for them, God, and everybody else that's supporting our team.
The Ramblers will tangle with Central Bucks West, a team that is synonymous with winning in Pennsylvania football. The Ramblers will be the underdogs, but they certainly have a chance to knock off the reigning kings of Pennsylvania football.
Number 33, Dustin Picciotti. This is who the Ramblers must contain in order to claim their first state title. Picciotti is big, 6'3", 250. He's fast. He runs a 4.6 40 and has never experienced a loss in his entire high school career.
I think as long as we, contain Picciotti and don't let him, have a big 100-yard game or hold him to one touchdown maybe and under 100 yards, I think we should be all right.
I think we can beat them, but it's going to take everything we got. They're a big team. They're strong. They're fast. They're the number 3 team in the nation, and, we're going to have to play our best game to beat them.
Central Bucks West numbers are stuck in every Prep's mind by now. 44 straight wins, ranked 4th in the country, and a power fullback in Picciotti that has plowed his way to over 1,800 yards and 37 touchdowns this season. But Bucks West is not without its weaknesses.
Played some teams this year. You shut down the running back, and you make them go home. But we have a lot of things to do. The other day, I thought we did a good job against Bethlehem Catholic's running game, but their quarterbacks and receivers riddled us pretty good. So this is a concern. Our secondary is not a strong suit for us.
With one of the best running backs in the state in DeMond Sanders, Prep should be able to set up the pass effectively. And if Ed Hinkle and Josh Lustig could beat Woodland Hills man-to-man coverage as they did in the Western Finals, they should be able to do the same against Bucks West, who is not as quick as Woodland Hills. Another possible advantage, the Prep defensive line matches up well size-wise with Bucks. Dustin Picciotti fumbled twice in last week's win over Bethlehem Catholic. Even the best teams have their faults. But for a team that has dominated their opponents and hasn't lost a game since 1996, they are still focused on the task at hand.
But I really can't think of the past and really got to go out and play this game like any other game. And we scouted this team pretty well. And just got to go out, follow our keys, and just run the offense to the most perfect thing we could do.
What worries me, a lot of our fans are just thinking, well, fate is there. You got by your big test. Next week is just a mop-up. And, storybook endings, life isn't like that. So, we're going to have to go out there and make it happen.
Here's a look at how the teams match up on paper. Ridiculous numbers. Prep has scored 597 points, averaging 45 a game. Central Bucks West is very similar, 445 to 69. They don't put up as amount of points as Prep does, but their defense is equally as daunting, just 5.3. Here's a look at the running backs. DeMond Sanders, of course, he's missed a bunch of games with a broken foot. He averages 8 yards a carry. Picciotti averages 6 yards a carry. Of course, he's carried the ball over 3 times as more as Sanders, 37 touchdowns. Picciotti ran for 2,000 yards and 40 touchdowns in his junior year. So you'd like to think you stop him, you stop the team, but a team doesn't win 44 in a row without a good quarterback as well. Of course, the game can be seen on the Pennsylvania Cable Network Channel 62 in Mill Creek. Cannot see it in the city. Prep and Central Bucks West, of course, 5 o'clock tomorrow. We'll have a full report tonight on Friday Night Lights. We'll hear from Mike Gallagher, who is in Hershey with the team, for the team's thoughts tonight as they prepare for tomorrow's huge game. The Erie Otters are...
We're not going down to the state championship game in Hershey to be a part of it. We're going down to the state championship. Let's go, baby. Get that good sleep.
Central Bucks West, two-time defending champions with a 44-game winning streak, 4th in the country. Can they keep their streak alive? No one's hungrier to end their streak than Erie's own Cathedral Prep. Ranked 9th in the country, undefeated all season, the Ramblers are looking for an upset. See the game that everybody's talking about, the battle for the Quad A state title. Sunday at 4:30 following the Browns and Bengals right here on 35 WSEE.
Bus pulled into Harrisburg at the Harrisburg Hilton, the place that would be home for the next 3 days as the Ramblers would prepare to try and win it all. This team was enjoying the accommodations and the excitement of playing for a state championship and all the hype that comes with it. But they know that their job is to come here to play a football game, not to take in the sights.
Ryan Barnes, Elijah Williams.
After getting settled at the Harrisburg Hilton, it was on to this practice field at Bishop McDevitt High School. This is where they'd go through a walkthrough for one last practice of the '99 season, because after tomorrow, the season is over. Hopefully it ends with a victory for the Ramblers.
I think we got to keep our defense off the field as much as possible. So that means our offense got to put some drives together, and our defense got to stick it to a shot. I don't think he's really been hit very hard this year, but I think Bobby and Dupre and the rest of our defense are, they're going to get that done.
When the defensive unit finished their walkthrough tonight, Joe Moore was in rare form, but just like Coach Moore, he did not want the camera rolling. What did he tell his players? He closed his speech by saying that tonight when you go to bed, you should see visions of sugar plums, because tomorrow it's Christmas.
Whatever game I'm in, that's the only game that counts. The games at Notre Dame, at Pitt or something, they're past, they're secondary now. They don't mean anything to me.
Prep matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters. This game, this game tomorrow, it's all it counts.
Oh, we know it's an amazing part. We know we have the chance to be the first team in area history to win a state championship in the Quad A, and we know that we can't let this chance go by. We have to be victorious tomorrow.
It's amazing. I've always dreamed of doing something like this as a little kid, especially doing it for the high school that I love to be at.
What is the key to beating this team tomorrow? We hear a lot about the specialty people, they're great back, but the truth of the matter, it's going to be in the trenches.
I think just to play with heart and play our game, I think we'll beat them.
And so we got a chance here to do something, guys, that nobody else ever has. And you think about that and what it means to your lives and our lives and the prep community, the Erie community. And all I'm saying is take full advantage of it. Take full advantage of it. You've worked too hard and too long to come out tomorrow and not play the best of your abilities.
Everyone's getting prepared right now. We've started getting prepared from the time we got on the bus, and since we've been here, it's been real quiet. Everyone's focusing on tomorrow's game.
Green 18! Green 18 up!
You gotta believe in yourselves, you gotta believe in each other, you gotta believe in what we're doing here. There's any of those doubters out there right now, any of those doubters out there that have been doubting us all year long, I think they got a taste of what prep's all about last week, and we didn't give up. Now we take the number 4 team in the country, and we show them what football is about, Erie style.
We are here live outside our affiliate in Harrisburg, WHTM, and we are very thankful to them for helping us out. We were supposed to have Mike Mishler here with us live, but an incident tonight after practice, forced the team to be delayed by more than an hour. The bus got stuck outside of Bishop McDevitt High School. They had to bring in a tow truck, shut down traffic. The players sat and waited after practice to get back on the buses, to get back to the hotel. So it pushed their schedule back by almost an hour and a half. They are just now getting bed checked and going through nightly meetings. But believe me, they will get a good night's sleep. And actually, this incident maybe lightened the mood a little bit. There was even thought of letting the offense and defensive linemen get up there and move the bus themselves. That's what we have for now, live from Harrisburg, following the Ramblers to the state championship. For your 24-hour news channel, I'm Mike Gallagher. James?
Thanks a lot, Mike. Looking forward to the matchup. Tomorrow, the Ramblers will tangle with Central Bucks West, a team that is synonymous with winning in Pennsylvania. The Ramblers are the underdogs. They certainly have a chance, though, of knocking off the reigning kings of Pennsylvania football.
Number 33, Dustin Picciotti. This is who the Ramblers must contain in order to claim their first state title. Picciotti is big, 6'3", 250. He's fast. He runs a 4.6 40 and has never experienced a loss in his entire high school career.
I think as long as we, contain Picciotti and don't let him, have a big 100-yard game or hold him to one touchdown maybe and under 100 yards, I think we should be all right.
Central Bucks West numbers are stuck in every prep's mind by now. 44 straight wins, ranked 4th in the country, and a power fullback in Picciotti that has plowed his way to over 1,800 yards and 37 touchdowns this season. But Bucks West is not without its weaknesses.
Played some teams this year. He shut down the running back, and you make him go home.
Great running back, Justin Picciotti. Hopefully we can stop him. I'm sure we can. I know we can. He's good up the middle. I know our defensive line can stop him. I think we stop him. I think pretty much he's the team.
This team, they're amazing. They score so many points a game, and their defense is amazing. Big linebacker, and they have everything you need to be a great football team.
Class A title game. Here's the final. Southside Beaver over Southern Columbia, 27-21, scoring the game-winning touchdown with just 9 seconds left. In AAA, Strathaven defeated West Allegheny 21-7, so a split for the West teams on day one. On the hard court.
On the field, it doesn't get much better in high school.
PIAA